Hello everyone and welcome to Zenyatta, and today we have a review of the Figma 424 Goblin Slayer. The main character of a show with the same name that is very popular from 2018, but I haven't watched it yet. I do know that the show is very violent and it had a lot of controversy over its first episode. But hey, today what doesn't cause controversy anyway? I do have the anime on my list because I do want to see what the fuss is all about. Now I did want to get this figure because I did think the promotional material looked like one of the best paint jobs a Figma has ever had, and I got it in Hobby Search for not a bad price. So let's start that intro.
Follow me. I'll cover you.
So let's take a look at the box. The box itself is very beautiful. It's the typical Figma box, very small, very compact. Everything is displayed in the same way, but instead of just having a color, we have all of this blood texture around the look of the box, and it works very well with the show. I think because I haven't watched it yet, but I have the impression it's a very bloody show. Great promotional images on the back, so let's open it. While we take everything out of the box, you can find more information on this figure in the description below. You can also find there playlists to more amazing reviews just like this one and more content from the channel, especially because YouTube right now does not suggest small creators, so this is the best way to find more videos like this one is in the description and in the end screen. Now that we got everything out of the box, let's start by looking at him. And I gotta say, the look of this figure is actually very good. One of the best looking Figmas I've seen in a long time. The weathering work, especially on the armor, is very well done. Congratulations Figma there. I think you did an amazing job. There's a lot of dirt look to it. It's a good thing because if it starts getting dirty with time, you basically cannot tell. But the armor is definitely well done, great silver finish. And I don't know if the camera is actually picking up as good as it should, because it's very shiny. But live, actually you can see better the weathering work on the figure. Just very good looking. I still wish they would give us a special effect that they didn't give us. There is the eye when you get like mad and you see like the red eye. That I wish they would have put on the figure, but the rest of it is definitely well done. You can definitely tell like difference in materials. So congratulations there, and it stands on its own. Then we got, of course, accessories, and first of all we have an instruction booklet telling us everything that the figure brings and how to put his shield on his arm and how to work with the sword. Very simple, but it's what we need. Then we have, of course, the best stand in the market, the Figma stand. Very tight, exactly the quality that we expect from a Figma stand. An extra ball hinge for the hands, a bag to keep all of our accessories, our sword, that again is good weathering, but I gotta say, the weathering just feels sometimes that is a little bit too geometrically even. I think being not so symmetrical would have helped, but it's still very well painted and again very shiny. Then we got his shield. Again, it's very well done. The weathering again is excellent. The paint job itself is excellent. This purple circle in the middle could have used a little bit more weathering to blend perfectly with the rest of the gold and the silver, but it's still very well done. And then we have like a very simplistic club that is probably the least worked on part of the set. am not being able to capture it well on camera because it's refusing to focus. Okay. As you can see, it's kind of a meh blend mesh of brown paint job, and it's just nothing really special. I hope the pictures will show it better than it is right now on camera. And then hands. Hands, we only have 2 fist hands, 2 open hands, and 2 grabby hands. Actually, I definitely feel like they could have give us more hands. And no extra heads too, just 1 head. Very low on accessories. That's the pity of this figure. Now let's see how to put that shield in. So to put the shield, you just have to remove the hand. Feels a little bit too tight, I will use a dryer. Okay, so I've applied some heat, now it should be a little bit easier to remove. There you go. And now we can just try and see how it's going to connect in the best way possible. Need to find the right position, I would say. Should be like this. Okay, in the correct position, and now we can add a new hand. And there you go. Now for him to grab his sword. There you go. Let's put in a grabby hand. That entered very easily. And now I believe this connects. Just rotate. And we'll disconnect it. Put the handle in the hand. There you go. And you got him with the sword and shield. Very easy, very well done. So right now we're just missing putting the club on his hands. And for that, let's remove the sword. Be very careful with these pegs because unfortunately I already had the experience of some pegs breaking on Figmas. But this one actually doesn't feel too tight and let's store his sword on his sheath. There you go, and it looks great. Now let's see if this fits very easily. Good to know, and let's just peg it in again, and there you go, it's more barbaric now. And that's all of the accessories.
And next we are looking at this articulation.
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
Now the articulation of this figure is actually a little bit weird. So I'm not sure if it is a ball hinge or ball joint in the hand, but I believe it's a ball hinge and it doesn't allow you to articulate too much. Can move side to side, look down a little bit but not too much up because of this color, and just too limited, it doesn't even tilt side to side. So small correction, actually it is the ball hinge to ball joint system, but I needed to free up a little bit the head and now I get a lot more articulation. So we can look up this far, look down this far, free up again, rotate, tilt a little bit. So even though the color still limits the head, actually the range is much better than initially thought. Here we have a ball hinge on this hairpiece on the helmet. Does allow you to articulate pretty well this little piece for more action poses. Now the shoulder is a little bit different than I'm used to, especially because of this little part here that unfortunately limits a little bit the shoulder. We have a ball joint going into a butterfly joint, and then that ball joint goes to a ball hinge on the arm. Even though it's more extended than most Figmas, it doesn't allow you to get 90 degrees because this gets in the way, but still gives you decent articulation up, decent articulation forward. It's not bad, just this still gets in the way. Then we have a bicep swivel, very tight bicep swivel on top, a ball hinge instead of just a circular hinge on the elbow, and a ball hinge on the hand. Now here I believe we have a ball hinge, allows you good crunch, decent side to side, rotation. When you crunch you actually expose a little bit the joint there and you can lean back. We have then here in the waist a floating piece I believe, and we have here a ball joint to ball joint system, so the triple ball joint between waist and legs. Allows you to have a decent spread, rotation on top, just a circular hinge on the knee. This one actually could have been improved because this should accompany the joint to hide it, but well, that's the first big mistake that they did. It's not a terrible one, but it is a mistake. Then we have a ball hinge on the foot, allows you front back, should allow you to pivot, yes, it does allow you to pivot, and a toe bend that is right now very tight. So the articulation is good, but not the best I've seen from Figma, but it's still a very good articulated figure.
Oh yes.
Figma Konosuba Kazuma, Figma Overwatch Diva, Figma ReZero Ram, Figure Arts Darling in the Franxx Ichigo.
Well, this is an amazing Figma figure. It's not perfect, does bring low amount of accessories, it could use that eye effect part that it doesn't bring, but overall the paint job is amazing, the accessories that it does bring are very well done, it has good articulation, so it should be no surprise that it's getting my low budget otaku seal of approval. If you enjoyed this review, please leave a like, it helps YouTube know that the video is worth pushing and more people seeing it. If you want to watch more amazing action figure reviews, especially Figmas, you can find them in the description below and of course cards above and in the end of this video. You can also share if you want. Share, I don't mind. Share it. And of course if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon to always know when the video is up. And if you're subscribed, if you haven't hit the little bell icon, what are you waiting for? We reached 1000 subscribers not too long ago. Let's reach 2000. Do it! I'll leave you with some pictures of this amazing figure.
See you next time.
Do it! Just